Hello, magandang gabi. Magbabalik na naman sa ibabaw ng luna ang ating pambansang kamao. At bago ang lahat, ako nga pala si Sinina sa Sinina Music, ang feeling artista na at feeling expert pa. Ito, sa boxing na naman tayo ngayon at ating babalikan ang mga alaala ng ating pambansang kamao na si Manny Pacquiao sa kanyang mga laban. Lalong-lalo ngayon na mayroon na siyang bagong laban sa susunod na buwan, laban kay Barrios. So ito, panoorin natin. Ito yung laban niya na yung sa Amerika pa siya, na hindi pa siya sikat masyado sa Amerika. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, sumisikat na siya nung naging maraming championship na siya. Nung laban sa Thailand, yung sa WBC flyweight niya, yung sa kasimulan niya, tapos ibang laban pa. Tapos ito, yung sa match na to, laban kay Lebwaba, na si Lebwaba ay kilala sa Amerika na isang rising superstar ng boxing. Ito, panoorin natin.
Alright, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up.
Pacquiao's co-manager is named Martin Elordi.
Ang sarap talagang panoorin ang mga laban ni Manny Pacquiao.
Elordi, the most revered figure in Filipino boxing. If Pacquiao is anywhere near as good as Elordi, we've got a real fight coming up.
Feeling expert na to guys ha. Hindi talaga ako maalam. At medyo nakalimutan ko na ang mga panahon ito. Pero ngayon balikan natin at panoorin natin. Round 1 na.
So it's the southpaw Pacquiao against the conventional fighter Lebwaba. And remember, whenever you have this situation, part of the competitive imperative is to get your front foot outside your opponent's front foot, give you the angle from which to attack.
You know, I'd like to think that you should get in there and just fight those guys and forget where your feet are. Make them try to remember where their feet should be. If you start watching out for that, you'll never get a knockout, that's for sure. Just box them, make them decide.
That's exactly what Emmanuel Stewart was saying to me last week about a conventional fighter fighting a southpaw, that too often these things are overanalyzed. It's better to just go fight and put pressure on the southpaw.
That's right. You always be in position. When you throw a shot, get your hands in and bring them right back in position quick. There's no such thing as being out of position.
Lebwaba has an excellent jab. Some conventional fighters tend not to use their jab as much against a southpaw because with that shoulder in front of them, they think they're not going to land it. The opposite side of that coin is go ahead and keep using it, put the other guy on the defensive.
Don't touch with them. They want you to touch and make contact and bring it back with the southpaw. Sting it out there. Make them fearful of it. You may miss a few times, but not as much as you would have the practice you've done in the ring. I mean, on the punching bag.
Pacquiao. Say Pacquiao.
Pacquiao should fight here. He shouldn't
Ito ang papatunay guys na si Pacquiao ay di pa kilala sa Amerika dahil hindi pa mabanggit ang pangalan ni Manny Pacquiao ng mga announcer.
Book, he has it.
Yeah, he showed us that in South Africa, where he completely dominated the first 9 rounds of the fight against Contreras. But then he seemed to fade a little bit in the last 3 rounds. Contreras began to land his left hook and give him some trouble. Yesterday in our fighter meeting, Lebwaba said to us that he had hurt his right hand in the 4th round of that fight. We were unaware of it that particular evening.
But you can jump on a boxer like that and keep throwing shots. More unorthodox, the better for them, and he'll never be able to regain his
blood from Lebwaba's nose.
Keep him up, right?
Don't allow him to get into his boxing.
Nagdugo na raw ang ilong ni Lebwaba.
Then you are in shape trying to box a boxer.
Yan, inatake na naman ni Pacquiao.
Pacquiao landing some hard shots.
Binugbog na.
That's what you gotta do. Throw it all out.
Manny Pacquiao has landed the harder shots in round 1, and now he dominates the last minute of the round with a full-scale attack against Lebwaba. Freddie Roach said to me yesterday, hey, look, we have great respect for Lebwaba, and we know he's a great boxer, but he won't be able to handle Manny's firepower.
Well, he took a beating in that round.
Against Lebwaba's 9 of 28. So we watched Lebwaba get off to a great start down in South Africa. Here he gets off to an uncertain start against Pacquiao's hard punches in round 1. And here comes the Filipino fighter again. Boom!
Lebwaba is going to have to do something to slow down his charge, because otherwise he's not going to be able to handle this aggression as a boxer.
You got to fight.
Yun, hindi makukuha ng ibang style si Lebwaba. Hindi niya makayanan yung aggression ng Manny Pacquiao.
You want to fight? The fight is yours, but it's not going to develop like that.
Uy!
You talk about getting old in a hurry. Legionolo Lebwaba looks like an old 29 in there against 24-year-old Manny Pacquiao right now.
Uy, 24 years old pa si Manny
I
Pacquiao
didn't
dito.
see the
Si
punch.
Lebwaba,
It
29
looked
pa
like
lang.
a short left hand. We'll have to see in the replay.
I think it was a bunch of punches. I think it was the whole fuselage.
I think it started in the first couple of punches thrown in the first round.
Absolutely. I think this guy just hit so
Round 2 pa lang, guys.
that Lebwaba is totally on the defensive.
Wala na si Lebwaba, hindi na mga kurma.
Lebwaba came in as the potential star. Right now it looks like Pacquiao may go out as the star.
He took this fight on only 2 weeks' notice, only came here to America 10 days ago, and he is banging Lebwaba right now.
You got to fight. If you want to be a star, you got to fight.
Yan.
That's a rude awakening for a good master boxer like Lebwaba. You go, a body shot by Lebwaba. That may change things. You got to
lands 2 straight lefts.
He went to the body, and that's the most important shot tonight. Right to the body.
So Lebwaba momentarily coming alive after having tasted canvas in round 2, having tasted his own blood in round 1.
This is the time to go to the body if you're Lebwaba. Go to the body and beat and maintain pain.
And he has suddenly stopped Pacquiao's assault. Now Pacquiao comes back with a body shot of his own. And bangs Lebwaba again with a big left up
Grabe si
there.
Pacquiao, timing kasi yung mga suntok na. Tama talaga. Tag. Ang bilis, tag. Yun na naman.
What a fight. They're trading vicious body shots at short range.
Lebwaba has not landed that left hook. Once he throws that, if he's able to throw it, you can see a different fight. A left hook to the body.
Well, he's going to get a chance, too, because Pacquiao is squaring up. Sequence after sequence.
Ang laban na pala na ito, guys,
Let's see what
ay isang replacement lang si Manny Pacquiao dito.
Oh, yeah, that little left.
A little straight
Karating
left
lang niya ng
hand that
Amerika.
was so short.
Yung nag-back out ang kalaban ni Lebwaba, si Pacquiao ang pinalit. At
Really felt it.
hindi pa nakahanda masyado si Pacquiao, pero sabi ni Pacquiao, bago pa lang siya nakalaban. Kaya ready na rin siya.
46 of 104 punches overall. Lebwaba 23 of 43, including, as George Foreman pointed out, the big right-hand body shot that momentarily stopped Pacquiao's assault.
Now you don't want to get
Parang
Pacquiao
nahinto
to start
sandali ni
boxing.
Lebwaba yung
Winning this fight with
assault ni
hands
Manny
down
Pacquiao.
when he was fighting. Start boxing, this guy can take over things. Don't hesitate.
Gusto na si Lebwaba.
Pacquiao should be jabbing right now.
Gusto niya makontrol yung laban. Sa round 3, gusto niya bumawi. Pero ayun, malakas talaga ang suntok ni Manny Pacquiao.
He may never have been asked before, and we're trying to see
Umaatras
what his
minsan si Pacquiao pero
responses are.
bumawi
Can he
rin
get
agad.
his feet back? Can he get his head back? Can he turn it around?
If he can get that left hook to the right side of Pacquiao,
Well, that's what his trainer was
he
asking for.
can get that hand down just a little bit, and that's what you want to do. Get his hand down and have him
Pero hindi
hesitate.
makapurma si Lebwaba, kitang-kita. Hindi siya
Trainer
makaupinsa.
Norman Pabani pleading with him
Yan.
as he got up out of his
Dinadahan
corner
ng
between
Manny
rounds.
Pacquiao.
Throw the left hook, land the left hook.
Bang, bang, ayun.
Pacquiao to the body with an explosive shot.
Nalakas ang mga suntok ngayon. Yun.
And a big right
Dalawa
hand
yun,
upstairs.
big right hand
And now he's got
hand yun.
Lebwaba back on the defensive
Wala na.
and bleeding badly.
He's got to
Matras na si
stay on it. You
Lebwaba.
cannot give him a break.
Yun.
Lebwaba
That's
does
not-
not want to fight. He want a boxing match, so give him a fight. Lebwaba, go to the body, get the air out of this giant.
Abangan natin guys, ngayong July. Ang
Ledwaba's
pagbabalik
gloves
ni Manny Pacquiao.
are smothered
Nagbabalik
in
siya guys
blood,
dahil
his
ang
own
kanyang
blood.
dahilan ay
Some of it is now
namimiss niya ang
appearing all
boxing
over.
at nakapagpahinga siya ng
Pacquiao.
maayos.
Lebwaba has
Yun,
American
pagdarasal
Pacquiao
natin ang
Cassius
panalo ng
Green
ating
in his
pambansang
corner.
kamao. At isa pa,
Green's got a big job in front of him.
congratulations nga pala sa
The
kanya
nose is
at
pouring
pinanghal na
blood.
siyang Hall of Famer
Understand, you lose
or
a lot
Hall
of
of Famer
blood like
inductee.
that. He's been a
sa
fighter for
boxing.
life. You need that strength.
Congratulations.
Seems like a small amount, but you need every drop of blood you can.
Well,
in a
and when
boxing
it's
match.
pouring straight out of your nose like that, George, it's bound to come into your mouth. You swallow it. It's a horrible taste.
Most importantly, it's coming out of your body. You don't have it as reserves. Give you oxygen. I don't know what a doctor would say about that.
Ano yung laban ni Manny? Yung
I think you're entirely
nasa
on
timing
target,
siya.
George. You need
Ito,
every
hindi masyado
ounce of
siyang
fluid you
umatake.
can get in an experience like this.
Round 3.
No.
We'll find out in a minute. Straight left hand, he said, followed by the left hook. Let's see.
Yan, round 4 na. Dali lang.
You gotta throw a lot to maybe you'll pick up one.
Harold Letterman, how do you have it through the first three?
Okay, Jim, 30-26, 3 rounds to nothing. Manny Pacquiao. Jim, in the second round, of course, you got to give him a 10-8 round, an extra point for the knockout. That was incredible. It appeared as though Joe Cortez was going to call it no knockdown. He signaled no knockdown. When Lebwaba didn't respond, that's when he picked the count up. Interesting
Yun,
enough.
lakas ng suntok na yun.
Cassius Green
Kaliwa.
is probably using adrenaline,
Sundan na naman.
1 to 1,000 in the nose,
Bang.
and ice on the outside to constrict the blood vessels.
Wala si Lebwaba, humina na kanyang tuhod. At saka nagdurugo na kanyang mukha. Nakita natin sa kanyang shot.
Ice on the outside, absolutely.
Humina na.
Guess what? It hasn't stopped the bleeding.
Oh, yun.
Waba
Nagdurugo na raw.
doing a good job when he holds his ground and throw that straight right hand of his.
Bang.
Shouldn't bend over
Bang,
at all.
kaliwa.
He's got to stand in position in the pocket and
Hindi
throw the
makita
right
ni
hand.
Lebwaba
When he
yung
does,
kaliwa ni Pacman.
Does a good job of it.
Yun.
Yeah, but so far, Pacquiao has landed more power shots than Lebwaba has been able to throw punches. So it's a
Masarap talagang balikan ng mga laban ng mga Pacquiao.
for Lebwaba. But here comes Pacquiao again.
The Wapa stands his ground and just throw the right hand. The guy's right there in front of him.
Yan. Face to face. Head to head.
Straight right hands now.
Huli malaban din si Lebwaba ng harapan. No?
There it is.
There
Yun,
you go.
natamahan si Manny sa,
About 4 or
sa kanan
5
ni
of those,
Lebwaba.
and then you come back with the hook before you decide to clean it out.
Yun, hindi mo na nawawadali si Manny
That's what
Pacquiao.
Waba's doing. You gotta let him just fall into it.
Yan. Bumawi si Lebwaba kasi akala niya humina si Manny
Starts
Pacquiao.
firing his jab.
Yun, naghihintay lang pala ng counter. Yun, ang lalakas. Yun, natamaan sa briga.
Boy, Pacquiao's quick on the trigger, George.
You know, he shouldn't allow that Waba to get set again. He's got to throw a shot, feint him, throw a shot. Don't allow him to think.
Yan, si umatras kaunti si Lebwaba. Hindi siya makapurma sa
His corner
opinsa.
told that Waba not
So,
to blow his
naghintay
nose.
siya ng
He's doing it anyway.
makatake si Manny Pacquiao
Pretty
para
hard not to
i-counter
do
niya.
it, isn't it?
You just
Pero
certain
hindi siya
things you just
makapurma pa
gotta
rin.
do, whether they're hard
Your
or not.
nose is all stopped up
At
with blood.
marunong
You
din si
can't
Manny, hindi
breathe. It's a
agad-agad
natural instinct.
pinsa.
You can go against it.
Parang hinintay niya na mag-pinsa din si Lebwaba para counterin ni Manny.
Gotta do it.
Ayun, parang relax lang yung laban nila sa round
From the
4.
Philippines, guy from South
Pag,
Africa,
pero
giving us
napuruhan si Lebwaba rin ah.
And Pacquiao wobbled Lebwaba again with a hard punch at the end of the round.
Ledwaba
Round 5,
is called Hands of Stone,
Lebwaba.
which of course originated with
White,
Roberto Duran.
Pacquiao blue. Yun,
Pacquiao is the one who seems to have the rocks in his gloves.
Sabi na announcer, meron daw
They
parang
told him
bato
to
sa
move his head a little bit. I don't
ano
know
ni
if that's
Pacquiao.
smart.
It seems
Pacquiao.
yung
Why?
Why?
this
Because this
crack
guy
in the
starts aiming on you. You move
gloves
his head and he can
kasi
hit you.
lakas ng hintok.
Lebwaba.
Ang sulit na
That's what
sulit.
he prefers a guy boxing and
Yan,
moving and
mabante si
weaving.
Manny Pacquiao.
Knows exactly what to do. But if you get wild on him
Uy,
like
natamaan si Manny
Pacquiao's
sa
been
kaliwa.
doing, he has no defense. Just keep throwing punches. Make him move out of your way.
Yun.
Pacquiao got away with a low blow. Joe Cortez was blocked from seeing it. Freddie Roach also told his fighter, don't follow Lebwaba around, cut off the ring instead.
Yung follow Lebwaba kasi pag-atake si Manny, naghintay ng counter si Lebwaba.
Lebwaba has not
Ayan,
attacked
hindi umatake si
any
Manny.
kind of attack at all.
Hintay siya ang
You gotta make
mag-counter.
the youngster back away.
Pero makabinta rin si Manny. Sumusuntok rin na.
One of the hardest things to do in boxing, seize the initiative against a strong punching opponent when you're getting rocked. That's the challenge that has faced Lebwaba for these 5 rounds.
You got to go on attack at some point or another. The guy's going to try to cover up or something. Just stay with it. Then you make him respect you, and then you can get your left jab and all those things working.
Pacquiao's grinning in there because it's been fun for him to pepper Lebwaba with power punches over and over.
Yeah, he's caught this guy Lebwaba by surprise, and that's all there is to it.
And in response to Pacquiao's low blow earlier in the round, Lebwaba reaches out with a low blow of his own. But Cortez saw that one and said, keep it up.
Lebwaba's
Pero
trying to
hindi
use
naman
his
dali
jab,
si
but he's
Manny
got to
Pacquiao
make
dito.
Pacquiao lower his head just a little bit. Jab him to the body 3 or 4 times, and then come up.
Lebwaba getting a little bit more adept at ducking and slipping away from Pacquiao's power shots. Hasn't yet found the right offense to go behind that.
That's what Pacquiao's got to do. Keep throwing the shots, Pacquiao. Keep the punching on. You can't allow this guy to get his balance going.
Nasa man ako ng
Get
mga
back on
message sa
you.
GC. Dahil yun, tumahan si Manny sa kaliwa ni Lebwaba.
There are
Pero
so many
makikita natin hindi
southpaw
masyadong
beauties in the
malakas yung
lower weight
suntok ni
classes.
Lebwaba.
There aren't that many southpaw
Kay Manny,
punchers with
sulit na
mustard.
sulit talaga.
Pacquiao is fun to watch.
It's fun to watch daw, sabi ng announcer. Pero hindi pa nila kilala si Manny dito. Hindi pa nila kilala si Manny. Malalaman natin yun. Mamaya. Ayun, nandito na yung ilong ni Lebwaba.
English is spoken in both corners as well. So
Now-
it's confusing.
Lebwaba corner is better pay some strict attention now. If this guy doesn't pick up, turn his fight around, it'll look to kind of call it a day.
Mercy.
He's been caught by surprise. He's a good fighter. He had no idea.
Bang! Yun! Bang! Isang
Pacquiao may take
suntok
care
lang
of the
kaliwa.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel.
Bangon pa.
Hey, left head.
When have
Pero
you ever
wala
seen
na,
a
hilo na
fighter
to.
say, I'm not okay?
There's a weariness and almost a resignation in the eyes of Lebwaba.
Almost resignation na raw sa mata. At yun,
And Joe Cortez
hindi lang
has seen
almost
enough.
a resignation.
That's a TKO victory
TKO na.
for the very impressive Manny Pacquiao, who takes a good fighter and just takes him apart with power shots.
That's what we're talking about. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
Pacquiao took the fight on 2 weeks' notice. Lebwaba thought he was
2
going to be
weeks'
fighting
notice.
against a fighter named Enrique Sanchez. As George said, he got surprised here.
I think
That's okay.
Pacquiao established himself as a crowd-pleasing entry into the featherweight division.
Crowd pleasing entry into the featherweight.
I had never seen him.
Oh,
I frankly had never heard of him,
oh.
but I've seen and heard of him now,
And you want to see him
and I
again.
want to see him again.
Yun, hindi pa nakita ng announcer.
After we saw
And
Lebwaba
frankly,
in
hindi
South Africa,
narinig.
we said to ourselves, well, let's see him
At
again.
ngayon,
He looked
gusto
really
niya
good.
makitang muli si
Now
Manny
let's see Pacquiao
Pacquiao.
again. That was some
At
performance.
yan ang mga gusto ng mapanood si Manny Pacquiao.
So a world
ng mga
title belt
fans
for
sa
Manny
boxing.
Pacquiao as he lifts it away from Lesonola Lebwaba.
Yun.
There's the first knockdown, straight left hand.
Straight left hand.
It's
Purong-puro.
4:45 in the morning in Soweto. where Lebwaba is from, there is no joy in Soweto.
At guys, marami pa tayong
And
video
here's the second
tungkol
knockdown.
kay
As
pambansang
Larry, as you
kamaong
said at the
Manny
beginning of the round,
Pacquiao.
there was a weariness
Abangan na
about
natin.
Lebwaba.
Magpupost pa rin natin.
The guy was out. He went to his corner the previous round out.
Yeah, you
I
pointed that out.
to you.
Yeah,
That
he was walking on
So,
little
ito
shuffle.
na guys.
in his eyes but sleep.
Maraming salamat.
Well, and a certain resignation that it wasn't going to get any better.
Yep.
Oh, when you go to your corner and you can't see, you don't have any resignation. Oh, you are resigned. Period. Night lights out.
Yep. Well,
I would have kept him down. Corners just
in the corner
yeah.
after round 5 because of the way he walked back there. Because he took a huge shot at the end of the 5th round.
He didn't know where he was.
No, I don't think you could do that with a terrific champion. You hope that he can pull himself together, and you pay respect to him if he wants to go on. Because
Sira mo
once
pa
that
ni
happens
Lebwaba.
after this,
He didn't know where he was to want to go.
Hey, let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer and pay honor to Manny Pacquiao.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 59 seconds of round number 6, referee Joe Cortez, following the second knockdown, waves off the count and calls a halt to the bout. The winner by knockout victory, and now a two-time world champion. He is now the reigning IBF Super Bantamweight Champion of the
Super
world,
Bantamweight.
Manny Pacquiao.
you know, I said before
Galing
this
siya sa
fight,
flyweight.
guys, that if he was
Tapos
anywhere
parang
near
pangalawa
as
pala
good
to niya
as
sa
Flash Lordy,
pangalawang
we would really see something.
sa weight division.
This
Ang
guy
Super
may someday
Bantamweight.
be compared to Elordi and may even surpass him.
Napapicture si
Moving to
Lebwaba,
Los
no?
Angeles to work with Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach has a terrific talent to work with in Manny Pacquiao. Let's go back upstairs.
Jun, ito na lang.